everybody, let's go ahead and get down the IWABAT. I will be able to partition a whole into equal parts and define the equal parts to identify the unit fraction. Pause this video and write down your IWABAT in your math log. Okay, now that you have this down, IWABAT is partition a whole. Okay, so split up, chop up a whole thing into equal parts. Equal parts make a fraction, right? It's not a fraction if it's not equal parts. Okay, and define the equal parts. So we're going to be able to say, hey, that one's a whole, that one's a half, that one's an eighth and a ninth, okay? And identify the unit fraction numerically. So we're going to be able to say, hey, that is 1 over 2, or 1 half. We can write it like a half, and then we're going to spell it out like a half. All right, that is our goal for the day. And you see we don't have a quadrant today. So I want you guys to go ahead and grab out your cheat sheet that we made yesterday that looks like this, and grab out these same colors as well. We're not going to color so much, but we're going to stick with that color coordination. All right. Pause the video while you do that. And I'm going to start with my red. My red is 1 whole. 1 whole written out looks like this. We don't pronounce the W. And numerically looks like numbers, right? You see that numbers right there? 1 over 2. Then I'm going to switch to pink. Oh man. Bummer. All right, here we go. 1 whole equals 1 over 2. Okay, I'll grab a new one, and I'll go pink. The next one is 1 half. 1 over 2. Did I do 1 over 2 up here? 1 over 1. 1 whole is 1 part of the whole thing. 1 slice. 1 slice. 1 half is 1 slice out of 2. So if you got a pizza and you don't have to draw this, but you have a pizza and you want to split it up with 2 friends, boom, 1 friend, 2 friends. You get to eat 1 half of this pizza. Fractions are always fun to think about pizza. It's easy to think about it like that. Okay, and we want to think about, how can we have the most pizza? All right, after 1 half, we have yellow, which is 1/3. 1 over 3. 1/3 half whole. The next one is orange, and it's 1/4, which is 1 over 4. I know so far these numbers are not following a rule, right? Half, third, fourth. So it's one of those things where we just have to work hard to remember it. And the next one is going to be green. 1/5, which is 1 over 5. And then light blue, which is 1/6, or 1 over 6. And then remember we talked about yesterday, 1/7 is not a frequent fraction we talk about, okay? We don't use it to find patterns as much. So we're going to skip it for our rainbow. But that one would be 1/7. Okay? Let's go ahead and go 1/8 in dark blue. And the next one is purple, which is, we're skipping 9 and we're going 1/10. 1 out of 10 pieces. And lastly, black. It is 1/12. 1/12. All right, 1 piece out of 12 pieces in total. Go ahead and get that written down. Make sure you have it and it's color coordinated. Whoopsie. TWELFTH. Oh my goodness. Got so many spelling mistakes. 1/8. I just got those mixed up. Alrighty. So these are really important to know because you now know how to write it out in word form, unit fractions, and then how to show it with the numbers. Now we're not always going to have a unit fraction. Remember, a unit fraction is only one piece of a whole. It's the value of one part. Why don't you go ahead and get that written down? Because that's super important to remember. Okay, we're not always going to have a unit fraction. Sometimes we'll have 2/4, which, does anyone know what 2/4 is equal to? Half. Half of the half. So 2 out of 4 is equal to half of this rectangle, or half of the half. A little tricky one. All right, so we're not always going to have a unit fraction. Unit fractions show one part on top. We're going to have 2/4, 6/8, all of those kinds of things. Okay. All right, so pause this video if you need it. If not, we're going to go ahead and move on to Canvas. And I'm going to show you guys your problem set. It is Thursday problem set and it's got a piece of pizza because pizzas help with knowing your fractions. All right, and it is A, B, C, D, E, and F. All right, and I'll kind of give you an example. So the first one is total number of equal parts. Here's one slice and here's another. So there are 2 equal parts. Total number of equal parts shaded. Only 1 is shaded, so 1. What is the unit form? This is where I write it out. So I'm going to use my text and I'm going to say this is 1/2. 1/2, written form. And I'll go back to pen. My fraction form is 1/2. Okay, so total number of parts, how much you have all there. So this one would be 3, right? 3 parts. Total number of parts shaded, only one of the 2 are shaded. So 1/2 are shaded, or 1 out of 2 are shaded. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Your problem set is just A, B, C, D, E, and F. And really look at the parts because they've split it up a different way than what we would normally see. All right, take your time. You got this.